This is a compound sliding miter saw. The number one rule on this machine is if you cross your arms, you're going to lose one. Okay? So if I'm like this, I'm going to cut my hand off, or if I'm like this, I'm going to cut my hand off. There is no right-handed and left-handed when working with equipment. If I'm on this side of the machine, I hold with my hand here, pull down nice and easy. If I'm on this side of the machine, I hold with my right hand, pull down with my left. Your thumb sticks out closest to the blade. You have to be aware that if you're holding a piece of material back against the fence and down, that your thumb sticks closest to the blade. So you have to be aware of it. You want to be as far back from the blade as possible. 6 inches is a good distance to be back from the blade. When you're using it, on narrow boards like this, you can just go straight down. On wider boards, you can go all the way out, all the way down, all the way in. That way the blade is turning back towards the fence and it holds the material back towards the fence. If you come down and forward, you're pulling the piece of wood away from the fence. Okay? So nice and easy, line up your mark. Mark the side of the line that you don't want to cut on. Okay? The waist side you want to cut on. Line it up. Start it off the material. Wait. Don't reach in there for that small piece of wood. Okay? If a piece of wood gets thrown up into this guard, you're working underneath a moving blade. Always, always, always wait till the machine stops before you reach in for a small piece. If I'm cutting on this side of the machine, I'm holding with my right hand, pulling down with my left, lining up my cut, make sure my waist is on the other side of the blade, all the way out, start it, all the way down, all the way in, wait till it stops. For miter cuts or angle cuts, this is the perfect machine. On this machine there is a gauge. I can swing 45 degrees this way. I can swing all the way over to 60 degrees this way, depending on the cut that I want. You'll also know that notice that there's indents in the gauge. They're for specific angles that we use often. So 90 degrees, 22.5 degrees, 45 degrees, all have indents, so I get the exact angle that I'm looking for. So I'm going to set this for 45 degrees. I'm going to put my board in. My waist is on that side of the blade. I'm going to hold it firmly down. Now, you can see that my hands get closer to the back of the cut. So you have to be aware of where your hands are. I am going to bring it out, line it up with my cut, holding it down, come all the way out, all the way down, and all the way in. Wait till it stops to grab that piece of wood. And then I've got a perfect 45-degree angle here. Another thing that I can do on this machine, for a crown mold that sits on an angle around the room, I have to be able to cut a compound angle. It's on a 45-degree angle, and the piece also probably comes out on a 45-degree angle. On the back of the machine, I can also tip the whole head over to 45 degrees. There is a gauge here. Okay, I'm right on 90 degrees right now, but I can tip it all the way over to 45 degrees. One way or the other. There's a stop on this right now that's stop preventing it from. There we go. You have to often move the fence over to slide it over. But I have the option of cutting an angle 45 degrees this way and 45 degrees this way if I need for that purpose.